all one big misunderstanding. This is Three's Company. We're all dumb old Mr. Roper, and these crazy kids just seem way more guilty than they are. Except there is this undisputed fact that Donald Trump gave $25,000 to the Florida Attorney General while her office was considering suing him before they decided they wouldn't sue him after all.
What were you hoping to get out of that donation that you talk a lot about?
I've just known Pam Bondi for years. I have a lot of respect for her. Never spoke to her about that at all. And I just have a lot of respect for her as a person. And she's done an amazing job as the Attorney General of Florida. And she's very popular.
He says it has nothing to do with the Trump University case. That was not at all discussed around the donation. He says he gave her that donation out of essentially long-standing friendship. He knew Pam Bondi for years. We have reached out to both Pam Bondi's office and the Trump campaign for details about Pam Bondi and Donald Trump's years-long relationship. How long have they been acquainted? We've asked if they've ever done any events or held any meetings before he threw $25,000 her way in 2013. We should say, as far as we can tell from the Florida press, there is no public record of any joint appearances or meetings or other signs of a longstanding friendship between them. We have not at least been able to find one in the public record. Again, we have asked the Trump campaign and Pam Bondi's office if they have any record of this allegedly long, years-long relationship that preceded this donation, which Donald Trump described to reporters today. We haven't yet heard back from either Pam Bondi's office or the Trump campaign, but you will be the first to know once we do.
Will not be collateral damage in a presidential campaign, nor will I be a woman bullied by Hillary Clinton. This is about her trying to deflect everything she did as Secretary of State. Of course, I asked Donald Trump for a contribution. That's not what this is about. She was saying he was under investigation by my office at the time, and I knew about it, none of which is true.
Joining us now is David K. Johnston, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and columnist with the Daily Beast. He has a new book out called The Making of Donald Trump. David, I guess we now know why you want to keep Trump tax returns secret if you can. Here's the one we know about, and it's got a tax crime on it.
But in theory, actions like this could, and I would argue should, result in revocation of your charitable status, because this was an elaborate story they came up with, claiming that the money really went to a group that teaches anti-abortion protesters in Kansas. And, well, no, they wrote it to an outfit in California, neither of which have any past connection to Trump whatsoever, like, by the way, Pam Bondi, who Trump now wants you to think was his close, good friend for a long time.
And there's so many outrages here, including the notion that you can give $25,000 to a state attorney general campaigin.
When you're under investigation.
When you're under, and Pam Bondi pretending that it's outrageous for us to wonder about this contribution arriving after her office announced that they were looking at the Trump University.
Well, and afterwards, she lied about this also. She said they had one complaint from somebody in Florida who had been taken by this scam called Trump University. It turns out that there were over 8,000 pages of documents the state had from people saying, hey, I was swindled out of my entire life savings. I'm going to lose my house because of these crooks at Trump University. And it turns out the agents representing Donald Trump were a couple who are well known to state-level securities, law enforcement people all across America, and who just shut down the office and disappeared. Bondi's office told people, well, and her predecessor, well, you should just call and ask for a refund. How do you call and ask for a refund when they've shut down the office and absconded with your money?
Sure. Kiss my ass.
When they call, I give. And you know what? When I need something from them, 2 years later, 3 years later, I call them. They are there for me.
Pay for play. Pay for play.
You're not allowed to do it. It's illegal.
Lock her up. I love that.
what's happening right now with government favors, then the whole American system is threatened. It is a disgrace. This is a threat to the foundation of democracy. A threat. This is what happens in third world countries.